Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam. We've got a few things to talk about today, including some very mysterious pictures snapped by a photographer of what appeared to be a massive black object heading towards and possibly even behind the moon. But first, with the main topic of today's video, as many of you probably know by now, or should know by now, in the coming weeks, specifically on August 21st, the world will bear witness to a total solar eclipse of the sun, where for the first time in 38 years, our moon will move directly and precisely in the footprint of our sun, casting a shadow over Earth. And in fact, on the day of the event, I'm actually going to be in Nashville, Tennessee, which is one of the areas in the US that is directly in the path of the shadow, and I do plan on getting video of it. I think it'll be really cool to feature on the channel. And so, as with any exciting space news where we have one of these events that has something to do with space, there usually comes with it a host of conspiracy theories and, dare I say it, doomsday predictions. And that is one of the things I want to talk about today because I've been getting emails about it, and the stories of this prediction have gotten so big that even the mainstream news has been talking about it. So if you haven't heard about this yet, the internet is awash with a prophecy that the upcoming solar eclipse is actually a sign of the impending doom to be brought upon the Earth by, you guessed it, the infamous Planet X, or Nibiru. Now, for those of you who don't know, Nibiru, or Planet X, is said to be a rogue planet, and is a theory or myth that dates back to the mid-1970s, with some researchers claiming that it was even spoken about by Middle Eastern cultures such as the Babylonians and the Sumerians. And so it's said that this rogue planet that is orbiting our solar system comes back in every few thousands of years and passes by our sun and by our own planet. And if you've been online in the past 5 to 10 years, you'll know that there have been various alleged dates for when this supposed strike on Earth was supposed to happen. So the prediction is always that Earth is going to be struck by this massive rogue planet. Now, it is interesting to note that NASA has said that Planet X does exist, but they're not talking about Nibiru, but that there is in fact evidence of a rogue body on the outer reaches of our solar system, and that according to the space agencies, it poses no risk to us. But of course, some people say they wouldn't tell us anyway, but I digress. And so, some conspiracy theorists are claiming that the upcoming total solar eclipse is but the first event in a chain of events that will lead to the eventual strike on Earth of Planet X in September. And so some believe that the eclipse indicates the planet's arrival. And you may be asking, where does this theory come from? Where's the hard data that backs it up? Well, there's really not much evidence to support it, unless you're talking about prophecies and interpretations from Bible verses and passages, which is virtually where all of these theories start. However, other people are pointing to some actual things that are happening around the world that can be proven and validated with a little bit of research that indicate something is happening and that the government knows about it and that they are preparing. And so the first thing that many of these people point to is something called the Black Sky Event, or Earth X 2017, where on August 23rd, just 2 days after the solar eclipse, FEMA and the United States Department of Energy will be staging a drill or scenario which will be used to plan appropriate responses to a, quote, Black Sky Event. Now, black sky events are defined by the government as, quote, catastrophic occurrences caused by man or nature that bring society to its knees. The planned exercise will generate a scenario which will result in a long-duration power outage on a subcontinental scale with the gradual failings of other infrastructures. According to experts, the kind of black sky event could be caused by a major earthquake, cyber terrorism, or a high-altitude electromagnetic pulse attack. According to Michelle Vaslinda, a former congresswoman from the state of Florida, in such a scenario, one must assume that cars would have no fuel, that food supplies would be destroyed, and that electricity supplies would be out for months at a time. Vaslinda says that the time has come to plan properly for this kind of doomsday scenario. She said in a recent statement, quote, "It's not an if, but when a black sky event will occur." She reveals that the matter has been discussed widely in Washington, D.C. at a private summit involving members of the U.S. military, National Guard, Homeland Security, FEMA, and experts from the utility, distribution, and supply sectors. And so with this new revelation and this so-called drill, along with over 200 experts from over 24 different countries, our planning is actually not a drill at all, but that it is an actual preparation for whatever is going to come just a few days after the solar eclipse occurs. The name that they're calling it, aka Black Sky Event, has also been said to be a subtle hint that links to the black sky that will momentarily occur during the eclipse. It's also been pointed out that if nothing is going to happen, then why are some of the world's biggest billionaires acting so strangely? We have two of the world's biggest CEOs, Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, who have been up to some mysterious things lately. First, we have Jeff Bezos, who is the billionaire founder of Amazon, who has been spending billions of his own money in order to get off this planet and into space. It's been said that he is actually selling over $1 billion a year in his own Amazon stock to finance his own Blue Origin rocket company that is said to be a commercial and tourist venture that would allow them to shuttle people easily into space. Next, we have Elon Musk, another billionaire and the founder of SpaceX, who, as of late, was discovered to be digging a massive tunnel underneath Los Angeles that has been shrouded in a lot of mystery. He's barely spoken about this thing other than the fact that, quote, "The tunnels will be used for a transport network that will be able to carry cars at super fast speeds underground." People are looking at the activity of some of these billionaires, some of them who are trying to get underground, others who are trying to get off in space, and spending billions of dollars of their own money to do it. And so this, coupled with the upcoming FEMA Black Sky Event drill, has some people on edge and wondering if there really is something going on. And so before you cry, "Tyler, stop fear-mongering," I just want to say that there is obviously no hard evidence that anything is going to happen, especially that of a rogue planet wiping out the Earth. This has happened so many times and was said to have happened years ago, and on so many dates I can't even count. But I did want to post a video about it and see what you thought about some of the strange activity of our government and some of these billionaires, and that maybe it's for a different reason, and that maybe there is something going on, but that it doesn't have anything to do with the solar eclipse or some rogue planet. So, of course, let me know what you guys think down below. And before we go today, I've got a set of photographs here, very interesting, that were posted online, submitted to MUFON, and I'll post the case number down below, where a photographer from Stockton, California, was taking pics of the full moon on August 6th when he noticed a, quote, "huge black object flying towards the moon." And so he started snapping pics of the saucer-shaped object as it flew from left to right towards the moon before vanishing. He said that the UFO made no sound, had no sort of aviation lights on it. He definitely has captured something here. It does seem to be in sort of an oval or football or saucer shape. And in one specific image, actually looks like it's moving back behind the moon. Where as we zoom in here, you can see that it almost looks like the moon is in front of the object. Which, if true, would obviously mean that this UFO would have had to have been massive. And we're talking hundreds of miles in diameter. Or maybe the photograph just made it look like it was passing behind the moon. Nonetheless, this is a very interesting find. I wish we had some video, but sometimes we gotta go with what we have. So, wanted to post it here. Let me know what you guys think of this, and keep your eyes to the skies, and always remember that if you see a UFO, you always want to try to get video over photographs. So with that, thanks again guys for stopping by today. Be sure to subscribe and keep checking back for new information on the UFO phenomenon and the strange things happening out in space and around our planet, and we will keep up the good fight for disclosure. So stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you back in just a bit.